Hey, how's it going, and welcome to another Shin Megami Tensei Demonology. This one has definitely been a long time coming. It was almost a year ago I first started the Divine Powers miniseries, but now the day has finally arrived. Today's demon is Krishna, a legendary figure from Hindu mythology and the master of the Divine Powers. Krishna is a sacred and revered Hindu god and the 8th reincarnation of the supreme god Vishnu, who is the maintainer of the universe. Krishna is one of the most popular gods within the Hindu religion, and there are many subsects of the religion dedicated to his specific worship. The majority of his life and his story are chronicled in the Sanskrit epic, the Mahabharata. This tale is one of the world's oldest and also one of its longest, clocking in at an impressive 1.8 million words. Krishna was born to a woman named Devaki and her husband Vasudeva. However, much like Jesus Christ, Krishna was actually fathered by the god Vishnu, and due to this, Krishna inherited his father's blue skin. In fact, Krishna's name comes from the word Krishna, which means black or dark, referring to his skin color. In the story, Krishna's uncle, the tyrant Kamsa, is told that one of his nephews would kill him. As such, Kamsa orders the deaths of all of them, and they all perish, with the exception of Krishna, who is traded away to a different family. Krishna was raised as a cowherder, and grew up to be quite the prankster, frequently stealing milk and butter, and generally just causing problems. Krishna is often associated with his flute, which he played frequently, and also getting super laid. No, really, this part's canon. The sound of his flute would drive the daughters and wives of the cowherders crazy, and they would all come dance with him and usually fuck him. His favorite girl among them was Radha, who would eventually be revered as a goddess herself. Later in his adult life, Krishna would seek revenge against his uncle, the tyrant Kamsa, and establish himself as the new king of his uncle's kingdom. Krishna's life is filled with many more adventures and great battles. He defeated the ogress Putana and fought something called the King of Horses. He lifted a mountain one time when the god Indra attempted to flood a city. This story is my personal favorite though, the time he battled Naraka, who had acquired a harem of 16,000 slave girls. After defeating Naraka, he figured the only logical thing to do with these slave women is to marry every single one of them. And then, with these new wives, he has 180,000 children. What? The final chapter in Krishna's life involves a great war between the Kauravas and the Pandavas. Krishna ultimately sides with the Pandavas, and fights alongside his friend Arjuna, the son of the god Indra. Despite this war being cool as shit, Krishna suffers what is probably the most pitiable and embarrassing death I've seen while doing this series. During the war, the many sons of a woman named Gandhari are killed, and she places the blame solely on Krishna. Using her evil witch powers, she places a curse upon the god. Then, while traversing a forest, Krishna is mistakenly shot by a hunter. This arrow unfortunately landed in the back of his knee, his one and only weak spot. And this one arrow fucking instantly brings him to near death. The hunter responsible apologizes profusely, and Krishna forgives him. Thus, the same god that could lift a mountain was killed by an arrow. Krishna plays a major role in the story of Shin Megami Tensei 4 Apocalypse, and is effectively the game's main antagonist. We are in spoiler mode, so if you care, now's your time to dip out. Krishna is the leader of the Divine Powers, a group of demons from different religions and mythologies, all seeking the destruction of God. At the beginning of the game, Krishna is found sealed deep within Kanda no Yashiro. Upon being released, he declares war against both the forces of law and chaos, and seeks to use Flynn as a vessel by which he can kill God, a God Slayer. He then summons his ultimate weapon, the divine serpent Shesha, who unleashes terror upon the denizens of Tokyo. Later in the story, Krishna is fought as a boss and rather unceremoniously defeated, which is later revealed to have been a ruse so that he could trick the party into defeating the forces of law and chaos for him, so that he and Shesha could re-emerge, summon the cosmic egg, and get ready to go kill God and hatch their new universe. Deep within the cosmic egg, Krishna is found once again, where he merges with his god slayer Flynn in order to create Vishnu Flynn, who has lightsabers. Upon being defeated, Krishna has one last amazing rant about the salvation that he would have brought to humanity, and is killed once and for all. By returning to Kanda no Yashiro, he can be obtained as a demon. Krishna, seemingly content with the idea of defeating God alongside Nanashi and Dagda, gives you the ability to fuse him. Krishna never had official artwork before Apocalypse. When he did appear, he took the form of various other demons such as Vishnu, his dad. In Apocalypse, he appears as a dark-skinned young man dressed all dapper, and carrying his signature flute. I'm personally a huge fan of Krishna's design. I think he looks great. There's something very subtle yet very powerful about him. Krishna is a mixed support and offensive magic user, and in Apocalypse he learns his unique Raga spells. Venomous Raga has a chance to poison, sicken, or bind and lower enemy attack, and Dream Raga has a chance to sleep, panic, or charm and lowers defense. These are horrifically annoying to fight against when you battle Krishna, and are amazingly helpful when you do possess him. And finally, he learns the move Moxajita, which inflicts heavy almighty damage. And with that, the divine powers are no more. Their dream of creating a new universe free of God's control are crushed. Thanks to everybody who stuck around, it was definitely a long time coming. Either way, thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you next time.
You were supposed to be no more than an illusion. How could you defeat me? My new universe, my salvation, it was all just a feeble dream.